All right, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play mystery shard only champion spotlight. I know this is one that everyone has been waiting for. Twinclaw Disciple. I know, the best hero in the game. Everyone loves him. I know you hear about him talked about on all the content creator channels. Everyone is talking about Twinclaw Disciple, and yeah, now you finally get to know all about him again. And of course, I'm lying. I don't think anyone's talking about him. If you look at his reviews, he has 69 reviews, and they are all basically trash. He has a 4 in Sand Devil and Iron Twins and Hydra, so that means somebody's using him. But yeah, luckily for you guys, I am using him. And you know what the fun part is? Is I actually am starting to like this dude. I didn't like him at first, but here we go. Let's take a look at him and why everyone hates him and why I like him. So, skills. He has an A1 that attacks one enemy and has a 35% chance of placing 100% heal reduction for 2 turns. So you've got 100% heal reduction. That's great for anything that needs that. Really, there's not many places that need heal reduction. I'm not going to lie. It's very rare, but it's useful when you have 100%. This will also activate our good friend, what's his name, Lordly Legionary, and get him to do 4 attacks on his A1. So there is some plus here. On his A2, he has a 50% chance of placing a 15% weaken debuff for 2 turns. This makes him valuable for clan boss. It makes him valuable for regular bosses. Pretty much he's a boss hitter. That's all he's for. Like, I wouldn't really use him for anything else. He's there to kill bosses. So if you have someone who needs to die quick, he's probably the one that you can do it with if you want somebody who's single target damage. Then he has an A1 that has a 50% chance of placing block active skills for 2 turns, and it increases to 100% if the target is under heal reduction. So basically, if he's under heal reduction first, then this is going to go off more often, obviously, because it's 100% chance, right? So there you go. He doesn't do a lot other than that. He's a single target hitter, and that's it. Now we have him in a lifesteal set, which is the upgraded version, basically, from Doom Tower. It has a crit rate and heals by 30% of the damage dealt. So it got him a little bit more crit rate, which is very helpful. We do have him in a crit damage glove. We're trying to find a little bit more crit rate on him. So he's a little bit low right now, but eventually we will have it. Hopefully I can find a crit damage glove or craft one, basically, that will work here. He does have attack on his chest, and he has speed on his boots. We may consider switching him to defense if he starts dying, but so far he's actually pretty beefy for the way he is. He's got attack on his ring. He's got crit damage on his amulet. And we have accuracy on his banner just because we want him to land the debuffs, because that's kind of the reason we brought him in, is to weaken bosses and to make sure that they don't do a lot of damage. That's it. Masteries. We went a little bit different on him. If you're going to be using him in Clan Boss, I'll show him today in Clan Boss, but if you're going to be using him specifically for Clan Boss, I would put him in War Master. We decided to go with Helm Smasher so that he could break through some defenses and see how it goes. If I don't like it, I can switch it. Not the end of the world. I don't care, but that's honestly the only thing I'm unsure of with him, is whether I want to continue with War Master or Helm Smasher to get that ignoring defense. I kind of want him to ignore defense so he can do more damage. If you have someone that's dropping defense by 60%, it may not be so needed, but hey, I'll take it. And then we took some more accuracy kind of stuff just to get him so he can land his skill, and a 5% chance for reducing cooldowns, and a chance to place all his debuffs by 5%. So that's good. So we like that. Close this. Total stats. Let's look at him. Boom. Boom. All right, so he's got 27,000 HP. I mean, standard, not too crazy, not too great, not too low. He's got 4,200 attack. Yes, he has his blessing, which is 5-star, which is crazy. We just happened to pull it. It's how it is. And maybe that's why I like him, because I have his blessing. He has a 1,800 defense, not that great. 154 speed, very low. We want to get that higher as well. Crit rate's at 74, like I said. Pretty low. We want to get it higher, so we always crits. Crit damage, though, we have a 207. So when he does crit, he does a lot of damage. And he's got 88 resist and 188 accuracy, even with that. So this is kind of a mishmash kind of gear set that we threw him in. He's obviously not in his final form. This is a hero that, as I find more pieces of gear here, we will be upgrading him to make him a lot better. So yes, you can improve on this build almost infinitely. All right, almost infinitely to make him better. All right, so where would you use him? That's the question, right? Where do we use this guy? So let's go into the arena and see what we got going on. Let's check him out in here and see if he can do any damage in here. We're gonna fight her. We're gonna take her out. We're gonna bring in my boy. Where are you, sir? Oh, he's up here. I forgot he's in the beginning. There we go. You're not going to see this very often, right? All right, so we're going to fight just to see if he can do some damage. If he goes first, but he's the slowest one, so I think we might be screwed. Hopefully this is a very defensive arbiter. All right, so we're going to just attack her with this. All right, so she looks like she might die. We're just going to do a little bit of this. All right, so there we go. Let's see what he does. So this is his main hit, is the tear to shreds, I believe, right? 3 turns, and this is 3 turns. I think this one actually does more damage. Tendon carve. Let's see. So there you go, 53k right there. Not bad, right? I mean, remember, he's a rare, guys. He's a rare, all right? But to see a 53k hit right off the gun, that's good. All right, so now we're going to go into a team. Here we go. This is a full team. Let's start. The problem is he goes last because I don't have him fast enough. I wish he was first, but we also kind of want to win these fights, so it is what it is. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to freeze everybody. Good. So we've got some stuff going on. We want this guy dead as much as possible, even though he's going to poison everyone and kill us. Watch this. So there we go. We're all poisoned. So now we got to kill her fast. So we're going to try the main hit, all right, and see what this does. All right, so that did 36,000 and blocked active skills. That's, like I said, that's more of a blocking active skills thing. Like, that's his thing. His main damage comes from that second skill that I showed you. So let's try it again. Let's find another team in here that's reasonable. This one sucks. Sure, let's go in. You know what? Let's fight a team that we're not supposed to. Let's go in here. Let's fight teams that might kill us. That's what we want, right? We want to come in here with my boy Disciple and do some bad damage. All right, so we want to kill Death Knight as quickly as possible. And then we also want this jerk dead. So now we've got him still alive. So we want him dead. So we're going to use this skill. Hopefully he crits. There you go. Look at that. 48k, dead. Now we're going to try and take this schmuck down because he's the one that has a high resist and he dies. It's very hard to die. All right, so that sucked. All right, we got him back. Get some turn meter going. Unfortunately, he is freaking... Actually, we might have to kill this guy first because he's more of a nuisance at this point. All right, we're going to hopefully freeze him. We did not. This guy's got insane resist right now. We're going to try and weaken this guy maybe because hitting him will basically be a waste. All right, let's see if we can get this guy dead. All right, so he's still going. All right, we want him dead. Done. All right, so he's dead. Now, hopefully, we can kill this guy. Unfortunately, my boy got stunned, which stinks. All right, we want to heal everyone. All right, can we get a freeze off, please? We did not. See, look at that resistance. All right, so now we're going to use this. Hopefully, get some... Look at that. Look at that. Did you see what just happened there? Did you see what just happened there? So, it's because he's blue, all right? And, yeah, Twinclaw just walked in there and slapped him in the face. This is why I like him, all right? Look at that. He just outdamaged Jakarl. So, now will he outdamage Jakarl in all time? No, he's not, all right? However, he does have... this is why I put him in that... Not because I want to fight other people, but this is why I put him in that Helm Smasher. We want him to ignore defense and take down heroes that are extremely high defense. And that's why I put him in the set that I did. And remember, he's not even that good. Remember, you saw his stats. Like, he's got high attack, but he's not built amazingly, and he's still performing here. So would I bring him in the arena? I mean, yeah, I would. Honestly, if I had someone that needed to get killed and I needed a force affinity to do it, he's kind of like almost like Soulbond in that respect. You could just put him in, if you're going to use him solely in arena, I would put him in the ignore defense gear set, and then I would keep that same exact Helm Smasher mastery, and then there you go. You're basically wiping out almost 50% of these guys' defense, and you can do a ton of damage with him to kill something that's really strong. So yeah, would you use him in the arena? Yes. Would I recommend building him instead of other heroes for the arena? Obviously not. But is he bad? No. He's another tool. That's all he is. He's another tool in the shed, and he can wipe things out. So look at that. We just took down Nutsack here. Poor Nutsack. He got killed by a Twinclaw. Artix. Arix? Is it Arix? I never see it. Arix. Whatever. He's dead. Who cares? So Nutsack is dead. Thank you, Nutsack. All right. Thank you, Nutsack, for your service. You have done well. All right, so let's get out of the arena. Let's go check him out in some dungeons. Where would I use him? I mean, Spider, obviously. I mean, unless you're getting killed by him for a weekend, I can't imagine that being something you would want to do. But It is what it is. Dragon, I can see that being something. I don't know if his weekends will work. Heal reduction's useless. But we'll see. I mean, we'll try him out in Dragon. We'll see how he does. We're gonna go into normal. We don't want to, like I said, we don't want 30-minute fights. We're gonna go into here. This is, I think, the team we used for hard mode. So if we're gonna do this, we want to weaken him. We're gonna take. It's a lot of things. We're gonna take him out, and we're gonna put him in. Why not? Let's just try it. What's the worst that happens? We lose, right? The worst that happens is I waste 18 energy or 16, whatever the hell it was, 20 energy. However much energy it was, I'm going to waste it. So there we go. He did nothing to these guys. Really, I'm more interested in seeing his boss damage. I knew he wasn't going to, he's essentially going to be useless in the waves. All right. You're going to need like something like this. Actually, I would probably even consider bringing in like Cleo to help with the extra damage and to do the hexes and all that stuff. So we'll see. But we have Syl and we have Yakarl basically there to wipe the floor with some stuff and make sure that nobody's getting turned. So there's not much of a threat in stage 20 right now. I can't believe I'm saying that. I remember when stage 20, I remember watching. I remember one video specifically where I was like looking at all the stage 20 dungeons we had to beat to get Arbiter. And I was like, oh man, I'm like, we are never going to beat those. Now I'm watching this video and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's only stage 20. It's not that dangerous. But that's what happens. Eventually, you just get to that point where you've been building your heroes for so long that you're like, oh, yeah, I can totally bring in this guy with this team and it's fine. This one-off Twinclaw disciple guy. Since we're using him for bosses, I mean, I might even consider saying screw it and bringing him in as War Master. But for the arena, yeah, Helm Smasher was a good option. That's not bad. 15,000, right? Kale just did 15. He does 30 because he's obviously a Carl, but like mid-range attack, he's still doing. Look at that, 22. His single target hits are doing 9. That's not his power attack, but like he did, I think it was like 4 to 3,000. Like there, that's more because he does AOE's. If Twinclaw had an AOE, it would probably be pretty good. I mean, look, his single target is doing almost double the damage of Kale. So yeah, like against the boss, he might actually outdamage Kale. Not including poisons, obviously. The poisons are going to be what really gets the damage down. But let's see how he does in here. The weekend might help if we can get it. I don't know if he gets it in here. That's the problem. He also has a 5-star blessing, so he's going to be able to do extra damage more often. There you go. So we have heal reduction. So now he'll definitely land a weekend, which is good. Question is, will we get the shield down? That's how I know if people are doing a lot of damage. If the shield doesn't come down, then no. So we did 18,000 damage there. So Carl just did 9, but the War Master really helped out there. So there is that. Yeah, because I mean, poisons are just too good in this fight. That's kind of how it works. All right, so it looks like he can't get the weekend off. That's fine. The dragon's immune to a bunch of crap. Like I said, I didn't even know if he was allowed to do it. I know attack down works, so maybe weekend won't be so good for this, but it could be good for a different boss. So don't think it's bad. 18,000. I mean, he's hitting pretty hard versus these other guys. So War Master would be better off if you're going to use him in here. Because right now he's just ignoring defense. Which ain't bad either. I mean, both work, I guess. I would rather have the ticks, though, from the extra attacks on these bosses, I think. I think that's the better option for him. But, I mean, he's surviving, so who cares, right? I mean, that's the point. He's got to survive. And we only have Apothecary in here healing right now. There you go. Tear to Shreds, 27. So that's not bad. 27k. If he was doing the War Master procs, he'd be doing an extra 20 or 30. Let's see what he did. So he did 400,000. So he was in the same realm as Syl, basically, for that fight. Mainly because, 1, he doesn't have poisons. 2, he doesn't have AoEs because a lot of that damage came from the waves. You have to understand that part. I wish this had a breakdown of like where he did that damage. That would be kind of cool. We would have to know exactly how much damage they were running to see how much he did in that fight. But I feel like all of his damage came from the boss fight. Nothing really came from everything else. But yeah, I mean, you can't really fight with these two. These two are monsters. But would I use him in here? I mean, is he my first choice? No, he's not. Maybe one of the other bosses would be good, but who knows? Maybe a Doom Tower you could use him. Let's see what bosses are in Doom Tower. We're on the low rung anyway. I don't think I used all of my keys. Let's go in Doom Tower. We just started the new run here. Let's go in here with him. So we've got her. I don't know why I brought her. Get out of here. All right, so we're gonna take her out. We're gonna bring my main squeezes in. So we're gonna bring him in, and we're gonna bring Spirit Host in because I want to see. There we go. Let's see. We'll do speed. There we go. Start. This seems to be more his bread and butter, like the Doom Tower fights like this, where you're just fighting a boss and trying to kill him quick. I forgot I brought Galek in here too. We were usually using Kale. I was like, why do I have Galek? I feel like I was just showing that you could do like these fights with anybody. Eventually, that hit is crazy. 54K. I love it. We would definitely need to do some work on him though if we wanted to bring him into the higher areas. So let's see who does what here. This is a quick fight, and we have defense down. We're gonna have attack up. Look at that, 57,000 he did with an attack up, so that's not bad. He's not going to get a chance to do another hit. So basically, everyone got one hit except for War Maiden. She got an extra hit. So yeah, he did 87 versus Galek with his 118,000. But hey, he did this in one hit, basically 2 hits, right? He did this with AOE's. So yeah, he is pretty good in here. I'm not going to say that that's bad. And that was what, a 36-second run. It's not bad. But yeah, Twinclaw, awesome for this kind of stuff. But once again, he's not my first choice. That's all. He's just a choice. He's not the choice. It's what it is. That's why people say they hate him. So far, I mean, honestly, I can't say I hate him. We did get some points here and claim. Look, we got some rewards, guys, just because of that. Let's claim that. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of anywhere that I would bring him specifically. Actually, I think we might be able to. I don't know if I did it or not. Let's look. Yeah, unfortunately, all his keys are gone. We could have used him in here. I would have shown him in my why can't I think of faction wars boss thing? But yeah, we're using him in there, so he is usable in faction wars too. He's helped us get through. We're already at what, almost 50 stars, 49 I think it said. So we're at almost 50 stars, and he is one of the heroes I've been using. So yeah, you can use him in faction crypt. It is something you can do. Once again, he's more for boss killing and keeping the boss weakened, which is very helpful. So that's Twinclaw Disciple. I mean, there's not much else to show about him. He's a reasonable single target hero. The fact that he works in, I think, out of everything we just did, I feel like Arena is where he kind of shined a little bit, which doing that one shot. So if you were to get him some serious crit damage and attack, and get his crit rate to 100%, get him some ignore defense, I think you would start seeing some 100K hits that you could use to wipe out somebody who is, not so fortunate to be able to take a hit from a force hero. The force heroes are kind of hard to come by, the ones that can one-shot heroes. Is he the one I would choose over everybody? No, but he's kind of badass looking. I really wish he was a little bit cooler, but yeah, he's good enough. He's better than my last champion spotlight, who was an epic that everyone got, Miss Taintix. Yeah, and I still will call her Taint. Taintix is her name from now on. That is what she is until they fix her. But yeah, I would choose him 100% over that hero. You know what I mean? I would choose him over a lot of different heroes, to be honest. Not even because I have a 5-star blessing on him. That just happened to be cake. That was the icing on the cake. It wasn't cake. I like cake. Frosting on cakes are good too. But yeah, if you have any questions, things you want to talk about, any builds that you have done on Twinclaw Disciple, I don't know if anyone's built them, so I'm gonna go with no one's gonna tell me anything. They're really, I never built this dork. So yeah, if you have any ways that you maybe use Twinclaw Disciple and you want to ask about it and show your skills in having the best Twinclaw Disciple that there is in the game, feel free to leave a comment. I love hearing about crap heroes. I love it. Love crap heroes. Yeah. And as always, like, share, subscribe if you want to see more content, including Twinclaw and other random ass heroes that no one shows them. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. You'll make me happy, and you'll make Twinclaw happy. Look at this. Look at this face. He is creepy, man. Look at him. He is kind of cool looking. I'm not gonna lie. He's badass. I feel like his teeth are all messed up. That's why he wears the mask. All right. So this is Twinclaw Disciple.